What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back. In today's video we are checking out the latest laptop from Huawei, the MateBook X Pro. And this is also the laptop that I've been using daily for the past month and a half. Now price-wise this isn't exactly cheap, but if you start looking at similarly spec'd laptops, well, all of a sudden the price on this one becomes quite good. So inside this we have the 10th generation Intel i7 processor, we have 16 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte of storage and the Nvidia GeForce MX250. So definitely not bad for the price. Now I absolutely love the bezels on this screen. These are probably the smallest bezels that I've ever seen on any laptop. So this is a 13.9 inches screen with a resolution of 3000 by 2000, and this is not quite 4K but definitely a good enough screen. The colors look great and the screen gets bright enough to be used outdoors. So if you're in a coffee shop or something like that, you can definitely take the laptop with you and you're going to be able to see the screen. So yes, I do love the screen on this computer. Considering how big the screen is, the computer is actually pretty small. And just to give you an example, this is how this computer looks next to my 13-inch MacBook Pro. So almost the same size, but we do get a much larger screen on this one. The computer's body is made out of metal entirely. The computer is also very slim and also very light, so it only weighs 1.33 kilos. Now on the left hand side here we have two USB-C ports and a 3.5mm audio jack, and on the right hand side we have full USB port, something that we don't usually see and something that's very important for me personally because I do have a lot of older hard drives that I still use, and those have a full USB port. Now in the box you're also going to find an adapter for one of the USB-C ports, and I wish more manufacturers would include one of these adapters because, well, for a lot of older monitors you don't exactly have a USB-C port and you're going to have to connect that through an HDMI port. So with this adapter you can definitely do that. So yeah, we definitely need that adapter for more computers. The keyboard is well spaced and I don't mind it at all for typing, even though I'm not the fastest typer out there. The same goes for the trackpad, so the trackpad is pretty big, the gestures work great on it. And in the power button we also have a fingerprint scanner, so all you have to do is press the power button once and the computer will read the fingerprint scanner and turn on. Not to mention that the computer turns on pretty quick. Now the webcam is located on the keyboard, so you have to press this button here and then the webcam comes out. But the location of the webcam is definitely not my favorite because it kind of looks up at you. So today when everybody's doing Zoom calls, that's definitely not the best placement for a webcam. This is an example how the webcam looks like a recording from the webcam looks like. And I wish they would have had the webcam somewhere at the top, but I can imagine why they didn't, because they didn't want larger bezels on the screen. So I guess that's a compromise with the webcam. Just below the keyboard here, you've probably seen the sticker that says Huawei Share. So what is this sticker? Well, that's basically an NFC tag that allows you to connect your phone to the computer. Now, when you connect the phone to your computer, you definitely need a Huawei phone that supports Huawei Share. You basically mirror your phone screen on the computer. So if you're doing something on the computer, you don't actually have to pick up your phone to do anything on it. So if you get an email, you can just reply to the email from the computer itself. If you get a message and etc, etc, you can move files in between the computer and the phone. So this is a very, very convenient feature, mostly if you're using a Huawei device. I don't think this actually works with other devices, but I haven't actually tried any other device, so I can't really say. But if you do have a Huawei phone, I highly recommend that you check the Huawei Share feature because it does work amazing. Moving on to battery life. The way I use the computer, I can definitely make it through a couple of days on one charge, but it really depends how you use the computer, because if you're just watching videos, if you just answer emails, then you're definitely gonna get 2 days on one charge. But if you're playing games on it or video editing, you're definitely not gonna get 2 days on it. And talking about performance, so if you use Chrome, if you are just watching videos, if you're just typing some Word documents, some Excel documents, the performance is really good, no complaints at all. However, as soon as you start video editing and as soon as you throw some 4K files in the timeline, the computer struggles. So that Nvidia MX250 is definitely not powerful enough for graphic intensive tasks, I would say. So this is one of the main reasons why I use a MacBook for video editing. For everything else, I do love Windows computers, but not for video editing. For video editing, a lot of Windows laptops are just not good enough in my opinion. And this is the case with this one. The computer gets too hot and then it throttles down the speed. So not ideal for gaming or video editing. I mean, if you're editing 1080p files, it will do great, but not so much for 4K files. So the performance is good, but it depends what you do on it. Moving on to the speakers, well, the speakers are positioned on the left and the right hand side of the keyboard, and yes, they do get quite loud, but I wouldn't say that these are the best speakers that I've ever heard. I did hear some better speakers on other laptops in the past. One thing that I'm not a big fan of is how much the screen can be opened, so how much the hinge allows for the screen to open. This is the maximum opening on it. And when you have the computer on your lap, sometimes you do need the screen a bit lower. So I wish that would have been different, but well, it is not. So there you have it. This is the Huawei MateBook X Pro. A very beautiful computer, not a cheap computer. Great for everyday tasks like emails, watching videos, light picture editing, light video editing, but not a computer that will do great for gaming or heavy video editing. So that is the only downside to this computer. You kind of need something more powerful if you're into gaming or video editing. If you do have any questions about this computer, definitely leave a comment down below and I'll try to answer your questions. If you did like the video, don't forget to press that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.